What is up, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Chris Derek, top educator and top chairman within iMarkets Live. And what I want to break down to you guys today is an amazing concept. It's Fibonacci. I want to teach you guys today how to use Fibonacci with the directional trend. Now, the crazy thing about this is the fact that I am more of a naked forex trader. I utilize, pretty much technicals, the basics. Obviously, you guys know this already. If you don't, that means you haven't went through IMO Academy, basics 1 through 4, and technical analysis. So I'm not going to babysit when it comes to this video, because this video is going to have so much value behind it that you need to make sure that you went through the prerequisites before even coming on here in the first place, which is basics 1 through 4, IMO Academy, technical analysis. Okay. And then all the, pretty much confirmations that you need to pretty much enter into a trade setup. Now, what Fibonacci, along with technicals, is a powerful tool in combination. Okay. Powerful tool in combination. If used properly, you could create high percentage accuracy trade setups / entries, right? Here, we'll be broken down how to use it on a downtrend / uptrend. And these are the main key points. Remember this: 38.2, 61.8, 78.6, 88.6. I would make sure that no matter what, along with my confirmations, that I would always wait for these points, no matter what, no ifs, ands, or buts. Now, what I'm going to show you guys is something simple. I'm going to delete all this, and we're going to go from uptrend to downtrend, vice versa to an uptrend to downtrend to an uptrend. I want to show you guys on the power behind all this, and you have to be adaptable when it comes to taking this tool, pretty much this technical. It's very simple, and a lot of people, before you even get into this whole thing, they're going to say, Chris, you're drawing the Fibonacci's wrong. Well, is the Fibonacci that you're drawing right? How much money has it made you? I started to realize that people are doing the same things that everybody else is doing, but they kept failing. So I want to show you guys this. What I'll do is I will look at I will start off like this. If this is an uptrend, I want you guys to see how there's a level of resistance and a level of support. So what I would do is I'll take a Fibonacci from that top level of resistance all the way to that bottom level of support, okay? And I want you to see closely, where did price end up coming down to or breaking above and entering, like this, watch. Price came up here, resistance, support, it broke down, came above. Where did it tap off of? 78.6. That's the reason why I'm saying you have to be patient and you have to wait and be able to use it with other confirmations. So if I'm over here, I have higher resistance, low level support, and if it's an uptrend, I'm going from top to bottom. I want you to look, if I highlight all these areas, 70.6. Why was that the area where price hit it perfectly? Look, over here, over here, over here. These were, and even 61.8. Look how powerful this is, guys. So by utilizing this tool, even just from this area to this area, from this top to this bottom, would be the difference maker of you entering the trades here, and the price every day come back down to this point over here. Now, if we use other technicals, I'm just going to draw it out for you guys so you guys can see it. Say, for instance, you ask yourself if there is a zone. I draw a zone here, and look how crazy this is. Look at the accuracy behind everything. So people have problems looking for those entry points. By me back testing and just going back and forth all the time, I was like, how can I get the most accurate entries? 70.6 came back down all the way to 61.8. You could have profited heavily. So if you look at this, from this point to this point, that was 121 pips. And then from this point all the way up was what? 292 pips, but then it also went all the way up here. Okay? Let's continue. Let's do this again. if I want to figure out, say for instance, this top area of resistance, and I want to be able to make sure that I'm accurate enough to know where I could press buy at, okay? So if I have this area here, and I have this area of support, I'll draw Fibonacci from that top to that bottom. I want to show you guys something. Look at this. Where did it hit perfectly off of? Now, here's the only way that you'll mess up at this, is if you're not patient, okay? If you're that person that says, well, I don't want to, I'd rather wait, not wait. Wait, be patient. You see this? Price comes up. You could have took that entry here. If it came back down, hit your stop profit. You could have took the entry again when it came back up and closed above this. And what would happen? You would have caught this entire movement. I'm going to keep doing this again. All I do is when it's an uptrend, the only reason why I keep going from top to bottom, because people are going to ask me all the time, Chris, how do you know if it's from top to bottom or bottom to top? Well, it's still going up. Look, the ceiling is floor, ceiling, floor, right? If it makes a new area of a ceiling, I'll draw it. I'll test it in multiple areas. So I'm like, all right, cool. So this area right here, you can see, where did it hit perfectly off of? 61.8. Okay. Where did it hit again? 78.6. So my entries, by being patient, price started coming down to this point. I could have been waiting for this area this whole time, and I could have been waiting for this area this whole time. And that would have been the difference maker of me collecting those guaranteed pips. Now, I asked myself, along with other confirmations, is there some type of zone there? Yes. Is there some type of zone there? Yes. So that's how you capture that piece. Okay, well, I got this piece of the market that was guaranteed. And I'm able to get this piece of the market that was guaranteed. Now here's the part where it switches up. Because people always ask all the time, okay, how do you know, right? How do I know if it's a shift in direction? Well, if you're looking closely, you're seeing that right here, boom. You're seeing multiple times prices being tested and retested. Look at this. So if ceiling is a floor, the ceiling is a floor, it continues doing those patterns. You look at this area where there's a ceiling here. Did it ever break this ceiling to become a floor? No, it didn't. What did it do? It broke a level that was once a floor and tested as a ceiling. Put this red so you can see it as support and resistance lines. Hopefully you guys are following along with it. Kept going ladder, 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 ladder. Finally hit a ceiling. Then it never broke it, so why would I be buying it? The only way I would buy it is if it broke that ceiling to become a floor. Now, if I saw this happen, price started coming back down, coming back up. Check this out. I would go from this level of support and this level of resistance. I go from bottom to top. And where was the only areas that I would enter at? 61.8. That's it. 61.8. Right here. And this would have given you an accurate entry. Even when price came and tested a little bit, it still was accurate. Had little to no drawdown. Then I adapt it. If I see that price makes a new level of support, boom. Then I go to that, from that level of support to newfound level of, or previous level of resistance. Then I look again, same exact thing. Look, 30 or 61.8. Then if I draw out my zones, yeah, we'll see what? That there's a zone there. And if you look at the confirmation between the two, look, support as resistance. You guys see the simplicity behind this? So then I was like, all right, awesome. Why would I be selling it if there's an area of support here? Okay, area of support. Here's an area of resistance. Okay, now when it broke this area of resistance, that's when like, hey, this could be resistance as a floor. It never broke this area of support, so I'm not going to be selling it. So price comes up, breaks this level of resistance. Where's the newest area of resistance? Boom. Newest level of support right there. I drew Fibonacci from this top to that bottom just to see where I could have entered at. And look at this. Like I said, what are the main key points that I said in the beginning? 70.6, 88.6, 61.8, 38.2. What I was doing, I would backtest this constantly just to see how powerful this technique was combined with everything else. And you guys are getting exclusive access to this, all right? Look at that. Ceiling, floor, 70.6, perfect, tap, went up. How easy was that? When you see that, I use the crosshairs here. When you see that it breaks another area of resistance, okay, which is right here, then you know to put a Fibonacci wherever that new area of resistance is and the previous level of support. So I go from that one to this bottom, and where did it hit perfectly off of? 88.6. Perfect. Continued breaking areas. I go this level of resistance, this level of support, top to bottom. What area did it hit? 78.6. If you want to cross-reference, what I would do is I'll draw a Fibonacci from that top level to this support, and I'll also draw it from that top even down to here, just to see if there's anything that could cross-reference. Boom. Is there? Well, look, 78.6 is pretty much close, pretty much accurate to that point. Even if we moved it around a little bit, put it perfectly on that resistance level. Look at that. So what this does, it cross-references, because I went from this level to this level. I mean, this length from Fibonacci, and another from this length of Fibonacci. 78.6 and 78.6. That's two confirmations. I give you two reasons of why, while everybody else is selling it, you could have entered for a buy. Let's continue. Area of resistance. Previous level support. Look, 61.8. Let's cross-reference, all right? All right, let's do Fibonacci from this point to this level of support. Anything there? Let's see, 80.6, 78.6, 61.8. Okay, 61.8. This one's 78.6. Boom. What if I cross-reference again from that top to even to this bottom? What's an area that it would have hit? 80.6 is here, 78.6. What it's showing is the fact that no matter what, this is a strong area along with a zone. So if you're having multiple confirmations telling you that, okay, resistance, support, you have 61.8, 78.6, all this areas right here that you cross-reference with Fibonacci is giving you the accurate entry, press buy. Simple stuff. That's all it is. You're just using the same tools and resources, the technicals, but using Fibonacci as a confirmation. So even here, if I drew from this area of resistance to this previous level of support and price came down, where did it hit? 78.6. So you want to hit 78.6. Perfect. Look at that entry, okay? My whole main point, guys, is the fact that Fibonacci is just a tool to help you get that accurate entry. Watch this. This area of resistance support. If price starts to break a level of support, it shifts the trend. Now I go from bottom. If I'm looking for a downtrend, I'm looking for sell position. So I go from bottom to top. Now what I'll do is I'll highlight these areas. Look, 61.8. So yes, it came above a little bit, messed around, but the moment it closed underneath 61.8, along with there was a zone, you could enter in that trade. Now, the thing is, just because I'm giving you guys the Fibonacci aspects, that doesn't throw the patience aspect out of the way. You know, being disciplined. You have to be disciplined and be able to be patient to wait for this to happen, okay? Look at this. Support, even the top level of resistance. Where did it hit perfectly? 78.6. Nice. But if I went from this level, even just to this top level, what area did it hit? Is there anything there? 61.8. Look at that cross-reference. 61.8, 70.6. I went from Fibonacci from bottom, top, bottom, top. So I have an area of 70.6 and 61.8 from two different lengths. Then I draw a zone that's there. Perfect. Multiple confirmations along with that trend line that's there that you can actually see. Okay. That's the whole main point with the whole Fibonacci aspect, guys. If you're going for an uptrend, like I said, top, to bottom. If you're going from a downtrend, it's what? Bottom to top. That's the simplicity behind it. Use this properly. Use this as a tool and resource. Make sure you master support and resistance, all that type of stuff first, because you got to crawl, walk, run, sprint. This is just icing on the cake. You guys have access to this. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching this. I wanted to make sure I went into detail as much as possible, and hopefully you guys liked it.